26-1, as snow in summer, and as rain in harvest, so honor is not seemly for a fool. 26-2, as the bird by wandering, as the swallow by flying, so the curse causeless shall not come. 26-3, a whip for the horse, a bridle for the ass, and a rod for the fool's back. 26-4, answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. 26-5, answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit. 26-6, he that sendeth a message by the hand of a fool cutteth off the feet, and drinketh damage. 26-7, the legs of the lame are not equal, so is a parable in the mouth of fools. 26-8, as he that bindeth a stone in a sling, so is he that giveth honor to a fool. 26-9, as a thorn goeth up into the hand of a drunkard, so is a parable in the mouth of fools. 26-10, the great God, that formed all things, both rewardeth the fool, and rewardeth transgressors. 26-11, as a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly. 26-12, seest thou a man wise in his own conceit? There is more hope of a fool than of him. 26-13, the slothful man saith, there is a lion in the way, a lion is in the streets. 26-14, as the door turneth upon his hinges, so doth the slothful upon his bed. 26-15, the slothful hideth his hand in his bosom, it grieveth him to bring it again to his mouth. 26-16, the sluggard is wiser in his own conceit than 7 men that can render a reason. 26-17, he that passeth by, and meddleth with strife, belonging not to him, is like one that taketh a dog by the ears. 26-18, as a mad man, who casteth firebrands, arrows, and death. 26-19, so is the man that deceiveth his neighbor, and saith, am not I in sport? 26-20, where no wood is, there the fire goeth out, so where there is no talebearer, the strife ceaseth. 26-21, as coals are to burning coals, and wood to fire, so is a contentious man to kindle strife. 26-22, the words of a talebearer are as wounds, and they go down into the innermost parts of the belly. 26-23, burning lips and a wicked heart are like a potsherd covered with silver dross. 26-24, he that hatteth dissembleth with his lips, and layeth up deceit within him. 26-25, when he speaketh fair, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. 26-26, whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. 26-27, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. 26-28, a lying tongue hatteth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. 27-1, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. 27-2, let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips. 27-3, a stone is heavy, and the sand weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. 27-4, wrath is cruel, and anger is outrageous, but who is able to stand before envy? 27-5, open rebuke is better than secret love. 27-6, faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. 27-7, the full soul loatheth an honeycomb, but to the hungry soul every bitter thing is sweet. 27-8, as a bird that wandereth from her nest, so is a man that wandereth from his place. 27-9, ointment and perfume rejoice the heart, so doth the sweetness of a man's friend by hearty counsel. 27-10, thine own friend, and thy father's friend, forsake not, neither go into thy brother's house in the day of thy calamity, for Better is a neighbor that is near than a brother far off. 27:11 My son, be wise, and make my heart glad, that I may answer him that reproacheth me. 27:12 A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and hideth himself, but the simple pass on, and are punished. 27:13 Take his garment that is surety for a stranger, and take a pledge of him for a strange woman. 27:14 He that blesseth his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse to him. 27:15 A continual dropping in a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. 27:16 Whosoever hideth her hideth the wind, and the ointment of his right hand, which bewrayeth itself. 27:17 Iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. 27:18 Whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof, so he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. 27:19 As in water face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. 27:20 Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of man are never satisfied. 27:21 As the fining pot for silver, and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise. 27:22 Though thou shouldest bray a fool in a mortar among wheat with a pestle, yet will not his foolishness depart from him. 27:23 Be thou diligent to know the state of thy flocks, and look well to thy herds. 27:24 For riches are not forever, and doth the crown endure to every generation. 27:25 The hay appeareth, and the tender grass showeth. www.holybooks.com. Page 405 Proverbs itself, and herbs of the mountains are gathered. 27:26 The lambs are for thy clothing, and the goats are the price of the field. 27:27 And thou shalt have goats' milk enough for thy food, for the food of thy household, and for the maintenance for thy maidens. 28:1 The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. 28:2 For the transgression of a land many are the princes thereof, but by a man of understanding and knowledge the state thereof shall be prolonged. 28:3 A poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food. 28:4 They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. 28:5 Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. 28:6 Better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness, than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. 28:7 Whoso keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is a companion of riotous men shameth his father. 28:8 He that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it for him that will pity the poor. 28:9 He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. 28:10 Whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit, but the upright shall have good things in possession. 28:11 The rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor that hath understanding searcheth him out. 28:12 When righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, a man is hidden. 28:13 He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy. 28:14 Happy is the man that feareth alway, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief. 28:15 As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. 28:16 The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor, but he that hath covetousness shall prolong his days. 28:17 A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit, let no man stay him. 28:18 Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved, But he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. 28:19. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough. 28:20. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. 28:21. To have respect of persons is not good, for a piece of bread, that man will transgress. 28:22. He that hasteth to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him. 28:23. He that rebuketh a man afterwards shall find more favor than he that flattereth with the tongue. 28:24. Whoso robbeth his father or his mother, and saith, It is no transgression, the same is the companion of a destroyer. 28:25. He that is of a proud heart stirreth up strife, but he that putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. 28:26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. 28:27. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, but he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse. 28:28. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves, but when they perish, the righteous increase.